Sandfort, high release, nothing but net.
As you can see, there's no hesitation on this shot. Simple rise in on that ball screen. Got a nice looking shot at 6-7. And again, these are really, really important minutes for all these guys on the floor. Now we talked with Coach McCaffrey, we talked with Kenyon Murray.
And cost me a state title my junior year. So not real happy about the DeVries taking the hardware.
No time to be bitter when Murray's going off for more dunks. Sanford had the assist. Chris Murray with the two-handed flush.
Chris is deceptively quick. He's got some nice bounce to his game, right?
Around 50% from beyond the arc. He just doesn't have a lot of shots. So he needs to step up and take more shots.
And some range, Jess.
He looks like the next great shooter to wear the black and gold. I mean, it's just such a pretty look. I guarantee you he would tell you that this right now is the most enjoyable time of his career. It's worked out well for him in Iowa City. But to be able to coach Connor and Patrick and possibly his other son, Jack.
Fran's been at this now 800th game as a head coach, and for Mo Williams, he coached 22 games last year, and this is game number 5. How about this Hawkeye offense tonight? Short three there, rebound to Iowa, numbers on the run. Toussaint whips it out to Sandfort for 3, number 19, and that ties the school record.
And this is why Fran McCaffrey has survived and thrived in the coaching industry all of these years.
Into Big Ten play. That doesn't feel like something that would drop off when you get into conference play.
Absolutely.
Sandford is good from deep. 79-38. All Hawkeyes, career high for Tony Perkins. Lewis with the steal, leading it ahead in the one-hand stuff for Payton Sandfort.
After the free throws, Purdue still leading by 14 here. And now Iowa a chance to get a little bit closer. Sandfort out to Perkins. Yes!
Gets his rebound, blocked away by Patrick McCaffrey, and now it's Sandfort with a two-hand flush. Already the third dunk of the first half here for the Hawkeyes, and that's going to lead to a timeout called here by Western Illinois. It'll be
He's going to have to play the 4 at times, maybe even the 5.
The 5, exactly. No, you're exactly right, Corey. He's going to have to play the 5 at some point.
Sandfort lob down low, Murray with the dunk.
And you look at the patience here, great pass, and then you look at Murray with the finish. Like, it's just understanding. When you're a great scorer.
Now to Keegan. Sandfort down low, finds a cutting Chris Murray.
Watch Edey trying to guard Connor McCaffrey. So that pick and pop, you're not as worried about it.
Here's Sandfort, he'll try the 3 and he'll hit. Boy, is that big for the Hawkeyes.
Why to pry out of you that you made the NBA about 10 minutes ago. McCaffrey, I'll make that. Sandfort again, Sandfort for 3.
Coming off 30 points in the win against Maryland. Sandfort on the turnaround, and a tough one goes in.
He has earned the right to take those shots with his efficient shooting. Nice pass.
Murray got behind Hawkins and finished. And the second game of 4 tomorrow on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app.
You talk about a contrast in styles.
Oh, Sandfort. What did Fran McCaffrey tell Rick Pease? On the floor. He's on fire, Stephen Bardo. Payton Sandfort.
Murray, 2 on him. Sandfort.
He can shoot it. He's done that now. He is a confident kid from deep a couple of times.
You got to prove yourself at this level first. There's a steal by Murray. 2-on-1 break. Iowa with numbers back to Murray! Second foul, but how about Murray getting active?
Joe French just leaving his feet to pass, and Chris Murray in the passing lanes off to the races. Give it up early.
And Iowa, they've got a 3-on-2 break if they want it. In the corner, Perkins. And Reggie Theus will call timeout for Bethune.
When on
You'll
top of that,
get tested early.
You have the injury to Donovan Tolley. Right. You have Deshaun Dyson, who's a D2 transfer that comes in, and they're just not sure on his eligibility yet. He's not playing tonight.
Hawkeyes in a man-for-man defense. Here's a shot from well outside of three. Skims the front of the rim, short. Rebounded by Sandfort, ahead to Patrick McCaffrey. That's that transition game you talked about, a dunk for Patrick McCaffrey. And for Patrick, that is his 5th of the night. Obracha out on top. Here's Sanford attacking the basket. High off the board, that top square in that bank, in that glass. Shot from 17 by Woods is not good. Here comes Payton Sandfort, reverse pivot at the free throw line. Running jump shot off the board and the score. Street ball coming to play now. Hear him, and they're loving to do that too. By Woods, not good, rebounded by Sanford. Here come the Hawks on the run in the front court. Down the little high pass and alley-oop. Perkins couldn't go up and dunk it, so he catches it, brings it down, goes up for the layup.
And there's some big games coming up, and I think it will be.
72-41 the lead. Nice pass
cut
on the inside. Patrick McCaffrey, the score, whistle, and a foul on Marcus Watson. Watson had scored for North Carolina A&T on a previous possession for the Aggies.
McCaffrey will start it up. Hawkeyes hustle quickly into the front court. Sandfort, good. Dish to Obracha for the slam. On the floor.
If you're a big and you see the drive, you circle up to the front of the rim and you get rewarded. Good things happen. Iowa.
McCaffrey's got it, 12 to shoot. What a scramble. Sandfort, oh, beautiful pass and finish. Start, but this is pretty impressive.
This is really impressive. The little no-look McCaffrey for the bucket. Beautiful basketball.
Guy is good. I know if I'm watching a guy, what he can do for my program.
And coming from a program myself, there you look at another guy taking a step forward on the defensive side.
Sanford, fade away. Tough shot makes it look easy. 90 now for the Hawkeye.
That's good for this team, too. And here you can see him in the low post, a little turnaround fade away.
Kobe Clark, who scored a couple buckets early for SEMO, dishes to Harris. Sanford with the rebound. He will stop and pop. And that's why.
Now he comes down, he just like in high school, and he stays with the follow through. When you get that ball movement, it just, I don't know what it is. I always talk about the basketball guards. Oh my goodness, look at Sanford. He's got everything. You can just see the emotion. He feels confident. Gets to the hoop, a little finger. And then he had the easy one. It looked a little more athletic, but this was big time.
Early with the turnaround, cannot fall, and Sanford with the board. Another three from Sanford.
And then just steps up, good squared up. The last time, you could tell it's a little not what he's really known for. Coach Horn talked about it today, that defense, rebounding.
Sanford with the follow and the foul. Closing in on his season high, and we're not even at halftime.
I wanted to get my grandson a bow and arrow, but I got shut down. Too dangerous.
What a feed to Obracha.
It doesn't matter, they don't get yelled at defense when they get cooked, things like that.
Payton Sandfort looking for his career high, and he's got it.
Second three for Bates, who got the start but played sparingly in the first half.
Nice cut. He does that great. What a read. Separate.
You're being very generous.
I'm not related, so how about that little back cut? Step. What a great defensive set.
Sanford burying the seal. First lead for Iowa tonight. On a seal of the season here.
They just ran the floor and buried Geronimo. Just being in position to dominate, backing him right under. Could be called a foul as well, by the way. That back down by Obracha.
It's taken away that size mismatch. They're building a post guys like Mulcahy. Think about the way they beat Purdue. I mean, it was just Mulcahy in ball screen action and handoff action, getting to the rim, and Payton Sandfort. And it felt a little bit like Purdue's, where you're looking at their roster and you're thinking, this is a good shooting team, but it wasn't happening on the floor. And Water finding its level now. That's a heat check. He's on fire.
Unbelievable.
Continues to be the story here for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Off the screening action, he is flying off this pin down, ready to shoot this thing.
Murray. Sanford. The run. This starts a 3-game homestand here for Iowa. Sanford. The first. Sanford. The triple. He'll pull it. It's short. What has it Payton Sandfort done tonight? I mean, I had to watch this one on the monitor.
Here is Payton Sandfort. He has been red hot for Iowa. He picks up right where he left off. Game against UCLA, missed 12 days, and Kevin Willard saying he's finally back to where he was, and Payton Sandfort hasn't missed a beat.
Maryland came out in 2-3 zone. I was moving the ball back and forth. Now Martinez, it's just a short close. You have to know where the shooter is. You cannot short close. You have to get out and make sure. So continue to run your man offense.
There's Sanford, nice feed inside, and Chris Murray, 5 quick ones, now up to 7.
That allowed me to be me without putting too much pressure on myself to have to carry the load. And speaking about carrying the load, listen to something. The last 4 games,
Sanford.
Deej off the heel. Trying to push that tempo. Sanford transition 3, got it.
You take a bad shot at one end like Deej did, you better get back and guard that young man. For this game, and he just talked about time and said it's a lot of self-inflicted wounds.
Verhoeven just had it ripped away from him. Murray in transition, chance for 3. That gets the crowd back in it.
Well, Iowa #1 in the league in average length of possession. Their unselfish play, the shot making that they're making, and the free throw shooting, they're not going to fall apart. This is going to be a team that makes the tournament if they stay healthy.
Sanford drills the 3. And that takes us to intermission. Nobody has the lead. We're tied 39-30. Murray's been rather quiet in the second half with Deej on him. Sanford, good ball fake inside. Rebracha.
Disciplined on the backside. Drop coverage. He rolls back. Watch at the last second. He steps up. You can't do that. Rebracha makes him pay. And Rebracha, my goodness, is he going to be an all-conference player this year as well? What a pass.
Rebracha with yet another double-double. Sanford fouled! Come on! So let's take a look at the foul first. Sanford hitting the shot. I don't know how this thing went in, first and foremost. So it drops, and then the foul goes down, and Chris Collins.
What happened to that passing ability? All you do on these shows is take shots. Open looks everywhere. Here's a steal. Sanford up ahead. Murray in the lane. Murray got it to Rebracha. He's denied at the rim. Hawkins was there. McCaffrey for Sanford.
Great job of Iowa. They do a fantastic job of spraying the basketball on the perimeter.
With 4, now 3. Murray, one leg, missed it short. Rebound to Illini. Shannon wants to go to the rim. Steps through and misses. Rebound for Murray. He's got a double team there. Timeouts available and a foul against Illinois with 29.4 to go. 3 foul if you're Iowa. We'll see how they play it. Melendez for Epps for the tie. It's short. Hawkins is fouled, and 2 free throws coming for the Illini.
Payton Sandfort got away with a foul on Jaden Epps' shot. Take a look at the. You see Melendez right here gets it over to Epps.
I mean, you look at his scoring numbers, and you're not even close to gathering the value that he's brought to the floor tonight.
Good
There's
cut,
right on
too.
McCaffrey to the lane. Should have hammered it. Well, we've seen Connor drop dimes from the post, and this time rolls reverse. Payton Sandfort going to the post, and there's the back cut.
He's finding the range from behind the arc. 1 for 12 for Wisconsin from 3. Sanford, nice cut back. Murray, and a good find from Sanford.
A couple of minutes out of the game. 5 for 5 for a game high 10 for the Hawkeyes. Here's a deep 3 from Sanford.
You said he wouldn't be best. It does not matter. I mean, he is just always looking for his shot. And if you're Michigan State, you've got to be aware. He's had games where he's absolutely gone off. 22 at Rutgers, 26.
And the rebound grabbed by Sanford.
How about Connor McCaffrey flying in and tipping that to Sanford?
Oh, Sanford. This game is alive. Do you foul?
Will they foul? I think in this you play it out because it's live, but this is going to be a good look.
Sanford!
Who
got it? You cannot be serious!
Hard to foul on the run. Coaches love to call timeouts to set it up. And here off the missed free throw, just a little miscommunication. Payton Sandfort finding his way. McCaffrey with the handoff. And if you're Michigan State, this has got to be a switch. You know, Hauser and Walker.
Yeah, and more importantly, Likely's going to have to do the majority of the ball handling here.
You see Iowa trying to take advantage of it. Likely has it poked free. Sanford turning for the flash.
Advantage of the ball handlers being on the bench. Ice Likely trying to go against 2 defenders. Gets it ripped by Perkins. Sanford with the finish.
A good defensive possession for Bowen and Sanford.
And another deep 3 from, I mean, the 3-pointers for him are going to keep coming tonight. He is a shooter. He can do anything on the court. As he comes up high, goes into the lane, good pass, and finishes it. What a way to finish that one out. Good connection from Payton Sandfort and Cricky to get that one in. A bit more in this half. You know, he has 3 fouls in the game, but 9 points and 6 rebounds. But what a great attempt from Payton Sandfort right now.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well said. Effortless, and he's going to be a big reason why they have a good year.
And an answer from Payton Sandfort from that one from that just happened. And looking at this replay right here, ball moving to the Hawkeyes, Payton Sandfort, and he goes up and he finishes it strong. I mean, we talked about this.
40-37, Hawkeyes with that lead. 90 seconds to go. Opening stanza. 3 in the corner. You don't want that man to get hot. Payton Sandfort with another. Was fouled.
But you know where that started, Steve, is with him getting that offensive rebounding.
Sanford off the missile started up for Iowa. He'll pull up a 3 in transition, and he will hit. He is a prolific 3-point shooter. Over the last 18 games last year.
Full court press for Arkansas State. Gets it through to Patrick McCaffrey. Payton Sandfort inside to Ben Cricky. And gets it to go off the glass. What a move by Ben Cricky.
Hughley as well. In Cricky's hands, back door. Sanford. To Cricky. Foul. Count it.
On the floor right now is Payton Sandfort. The rest of these guys is the bench unit that are all underclassmen for Fran McCaffrey.
McCaffrey playing 10 deep, 5 to shoot now. Sanford. Hey, hit it. Seems like message received at halftime for Kadari Richmond.
We saw this yesterday. He had a poor first half, and then he was awesome in the second half. Wasn't enough, though.
Sanford straight away 3, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Where was this in the first half?
Sanford wants another. His 4th triple today.
Roof may have popped off of Carver Hawkeye. Sanford picks off the pass. Sanford for 3. Even better. Freeman blocked his shot, but Vanderhagen was right there to pick it off. And then fast break down to Cricky. Back and forth we go again. Iowa flying high at home.
The Hawkeyes have not been a great defensive rebounding team on the year. Bowen the open man, and Bowen with the answer. Good find in the corner.
14 this half for Jones, chasing Harding. That runner not going to go. Offensive rebound, Sanford feeding Cricky for the easy two.
66, so we'll see how this second half plays out, but right off the bat, the Hawks nearly turn it over. Ball on the floor, Freeman goes down and gets it, and they get two out of it, down low to Perkins. Here's Sanford, feeds it inside, and Cricky's got two more.
Moving without the basketball. Here's a great example of why you do. He goes behind the defense. Freeman gets just enough of the hip of Reed to take him out of the opportunity to block the shot, but it all began with Cricky of understanding.
Cheddar for three. That doesn't go, a rare miss for him. Freeman the rebound, and here comes Sanford for Iowa. Now Freeman, and he throws it down.
Is that only their third made three of the day?
And wow, two of them have come here in the last couple minutes. Sanford with the steal. He'll try another one.
Leading scorer, Ben Cricky. Down low to Sanford. Spinning jumper. It's true. And the Hawkeyes are off to a good start. Great feed inside for Sanford. And he's headed to the line.
Well, Florida A&M will get up in passing lanes. They'll scrape the ball, so you've got to move.
Bounce pass for Perkins, who hangs and bangs.
What a nice backdoor. Worked so perfectly. Tony Perkins knows what to do with it. Out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Get up and down, but he will guard.
Look down low, and now it's Cricky's turn for a slam.
Quite frankly, just been atrocious to start this second half, and you're just going to get wide open. Well, he's already launched 73 on the year, and he's hit 27, which is 37%. So if you're the Hawkeye defense, you have to find him. He's their best shooter.
Bounce back jam on the opposite side from Owen Freeman.
You know, that freshman year of mine, it just seemed like every other game there was a lottery pick that I had to go up against, and those older guys would just beat you up.
Nice footwork on that post from Payton Sandfort.
Made some very acrobatic plays as it was fun to watch for the Hawkeyes.
Freeman hands it off to Sanford. Sanford, 7 seconds on the shot clock, puts up a shot.
A clean start as far as protecting the ball for Iowa. No turnovers yet. Perkins short on it. Williams right in his grill, but a second chance again. And Sanford cashes in. Sanford, quick fire. Another one is through. 16 turnovers for Rutgers. -4 in that department. Sanford gives for Freeman. That's his third and one of the half.
And how about the delivery by Sanford? This is really pretty basketball, Connor. You get the ball, you know, Sanford has scored, come under control, and the bounce pass.
They lead the Big Ten with 9 made three-pointers per game. Nice find underneath to McCaffrey, who goes back out and it's swinging. Sanford from deep.
In the Big Ten as far as scoring, but now you look at how they find each other and play off of it. You give up an easy one at end line out of bounds.
Here's Sanford with a rebound, and he's been doing that a lot this year. He's proven how effective he can be getting the boards. That's something his head coach loves. Freeman corrals a pass and scores. He'll head to the line.
And that's what Iowa does so well, and I mean, they're bigs. They run to the front of the rim. When you're in transition, you're big. And Casey gets talked about the most. But Mass by far is the most important player, just like Sanford's the most important player, Mike, for Iowa and what he can do. I thought he played great against Rutgers a week ago, or a little less than a week ago, but I thought that he found some confidence with that.
Cricky for three.
Sanford, Payton Sandfort with the rebound. He'll jack from there and hit it. Wow. With rhythm at the top of the deep.
Really good length from Patrick McCaffrey at 6'9", getting to the passing lane.
Sanford. Boy, he had unusual rotation on that shot, but it went in. McCaffrey to Crick. He's not had a lot of touches down low. Talk about a quick release. Oh, my goodness. What a shot by Payton Sandfort. Tied up, bothered by Williams. McCaffrey comes to bail him out. Here's Cricky. Backdoor cut. It was a beauty. Layup. Sanford. He's got 18 points.
And they need to talk about how to contain this guy. Payton Sandfort, the back cut, the reverse. He's rolling. Awareness help-wise, he might just pull up.
They got by him with the left hand. Oh, my goodness. Payton Sandfort putting on a show.
Doing a little bit of everything from the perimeter, but how about the drive and the lefty flow?
Perkins got out of the double team quickly. 117. Sanford. Wow, it's just remarkable how good that kid has been the second half.
You feel comfortable in it, and all of a sudden you're kind of back to yourself.
Because the burst is there tonight.
Yes.
You've seen it from Xavier Johnson. Here's Sanford, who always seems to have a burst from behind the arc. Boy, is he in a groove. 0 for 4 tonight for Dembele off the bench. Galloway airmailed it too tall for the 7-footer. On a bounce to Dix. What a seed from Sanford. Count the bucket.
You need to get a good shot.
Each team with 2 timeouts left. McCaffrey in the corner. Sanford with the 3. Oh, he splashes it down. It's a deep 2. They're going to check it to confirm.
What a play design. You get the back screen, so you get the down screen first, and then you get that other screen from Freeman to bring Sanford way over there to the far corner. I mean, there's so many things about this play that is great.
And Freeman grabs it. Sanford will push for Iowa. He'll stop and pop. Got it. Iowa is hot. They're 6 of 7 from the floor.
Payton Sandfort able to get one there, and the defense is flat.
Sanford, nice backdoor feed, and Josh Dix lays it in.
A huge 3 and stays hot. This Payton Sandfort again, a beautiful backdoor pass to Josh Dix.
The big fella has 6, right at his season average. Sanford, tough shot, knocks it down. Man, he is so quick with that release. Like Galen Thornton, it is such a talented sophomore class for Ohio State. Sanford, another tough shot and another bucket.
2 out of 7 to start the game for Iowa.
Where are you throwing that thing?
A little careless. Fast break opportunity. Iowa. McCaffrey able to get the feed from Sanford.
Minnesota in foul trouble, and sometimes you're your own worst enemy. That's case in point right there. Just a careless turnover by Minnesota. It leads to a basket by McCaffrey on the other end. Iowa.
Sanford will go to the line for a chance for one more. Picking up right where he left off. Sanford intercepts the pass. Numbers for Iowa. 5-on-2 if Perkins goes. Perkins leads inside. Mitchell from the baseline. Too strong. Freeman another rebound. Chance to take the lead. Sanford drives. First lead since it was 2-0.
So far over the last couple of ball games, and then Iowa giving Minnesota a little bit of a taste of their own medicine.
That are coming to this building. And, you know, I love Kevin Willard for the assist he gave us today.
Oh my, Payton Sandfort's feeling it early. Another
leader in 3s attempted and 3s made. Doesn't take long. Iowa goes up double figures. It's going to be uphill sledding the rest of the way.
Bryce Sanford will try to make it double figures, and he does. Largest lead of the night. Sanford with a 3. The brothers with a hug. A lot of love on Valentine's Day. 26-15. Hawkeyes by 11.
Well, I was so good at sharing the back.
Steps in for the deep 2. Left it short. And Payton Sandfort the rebound.
I think Kaiser started to get too worried about scoring.
Oh, how about Freeman running the floor, and the big man rewarded as he flushes it with 2 hands.
And Hawkeye Nation got a lot of love for this freshman, Owen Freeman. running the floor. Nice finish. And Iowa.
Nice reverse.
He played with his dad, Glenn, at Illinois.
Yep. Glenn was a player. I don't know if he's as good as John, though.
Dix lays it in. Crowd, they called it clean. Now Cricky on the baseline. Sanford. Those count.
Didn't shoot it great in Ann Arbor, but has been shooting it well as of late. You got to get to him and make him put it on the floor.
Sparks 5 of 7 from 3. Sanford, a tough one. What a response. A deep 2. 10 to shoot for Kohler. Backs down. Double. Had it stripped. Sanford a steal. Up ahead, behind the defense. McCaffrey, a free run to the rim.
Teams on the season have done a nice job of taking care of the basketball, but in a game like this, where transition is going to be so important, you turn it over, and it's going to be game over. Great look ahead from Sanford.
One last heave coming likely for Iowa. McCaffrey throws it over the top. Sanford!
Oh! That was unbelievable by Iowa right there.
Mahomes, McCaffrey.
Look at kind of the over pursue here. You got two Illini whiffing. That clock has started. The ball's out of his hands. And what an ending to the first half for Iowa.
That's out.
Easily.
That'll count. Block above the basket.
Here's Tony Perkins. Double figures in all but 4 games this year. On the cut. Dix with 2 and a chance for one more at the line.
I tell you what, well done in the half court by Iowa. This is a little Princeton action, Kevin. You dribble at your teammate. That's an automatic dive. Watch the eye contact here. Boom. Defender.
He's been freshman of the week 9 different times this season. And Kern with a turnover. Sanford chugging to the other end of the floor. Drops it off beautifully to Dix. Patrick McCaffrey on the floor. First time we've seen him. He's 5 points away from 1,000 in his career. And a great find to Dix. Boy, Sanford and Dix are on the same page tonight.
I mean, their nonverbal communication has been outstanding. Owen Freeman had to feel like the loneliest guy in America with no help behind him and a guy with that kind of speed coming at you.
Sanford drops it off. Tony Perkins.
Freeman saw it open. Northwestern close. Oh, great pass and cut. Dix found a spot one more time. Where does Iowa go? Leading the clock in the hands of Sanford. Turned the corner, fouled, and scored!
And I love what Payton Sandfort's doing right now. He's yelling at everyone, one stop, one stop. Yes, he makes a great play offensively, turns that corner and finishes through the...
The Iowa Hawkeye fans going to need to generate some offense for their team. Some energy, I should say, for their team. Connor McCaffrey's got to get involved in this game. Iowa needs a second and third score to close this gap.
Sanford off the window. Waiting for the under immediate timeout. Sanford hits a big 3.
Payton Sandfort starting to find the range a little bit. 4 of 9 for 3.
And now Gale in the scramble against Dix. The tip won't go. Dembele able to secure. Sanford, McCaffrey running the floor, and the coach's son knocks it at 15.
Play here at the Target Center. Iowa wanting to play fast in transition. Diming up Patrick McCaffrey there.
Little weave for Perkins, now around the Freeman screen. Sanford, he'll launch quickly, and he'll hit. Entry Dembele, good seal to get around Royal for the easy 2.
He did his work early. Payton Sandfort recognizing it, he throws it right in there. There's Royal through the passing lanes. And
on those 2 points, gifted to the Lions. Payton Sandfort, pump fake, steps back out for the 3. It's good. Payton Sandfort.
I mean, here it is right there. Shot fake, left, create space, get up there with the arc. He got that rebound, got those free throws. It just gets you into it. And here's another easy bucket.
Josh Dix going the other way. He'll roll it in and then add 1. Josh Dix in the first half, but already at 20 points as they are on an 11-0 scoring run in the past 2 minutes, been capitalized by Josh. And now looking the other way, pass all the way across the court to Sanford, throws it up for Freeman off the glass for 2.
The Lions only 2 out of 3. That's good job by the guys in graphics pointing that out. Another nice pass.
But cannot stay within. Sanford, a spin, and finds it off the glass, a 360 layup.
Look at this move. Takes the hit, throws it off the backboard. But you got a lot of different guys need to step up. Well, Tristan Spurlock working with the bigs, doing a good job. There's a great post move, good catch, good bounce, and then
Bryce Sanford trying to find his brother. Sanford deep 3 from the logo, got it, back of the net, Payton Sanford. Red Dead Evan Braun's such a team player, as we see Payton Sanford drill that one. Yeah, definitely a bigger impact. The band, it might be the transfer portal. It's going everywhere.
There we go. We got trumpets, drums.
Pick and roll there for the Hawkeyes. Freeman.
Take advantage of the turnovers. Get out. Some scoring in transition, and you're right. They're right back in it.
Payton Sandfort finds the open Josh Dix on the baseline.
But you see the backdoor cut, the pump fake, the kiss off the glass. Dix moves so well without the ball, but this is what
Ashton Smith has a Big Ten body.
That 3 rolls off from Isaac Bruggs. Long pass ahead to Josh Dix. Dix against Bruggs off the window. At Niagara, they were on this network last week against Michigan State. Traore, this shot no good, but the punch out by Harding. Sanford the quick 3.
Open shots, 4, sometimes 5 Hawkeyes can drill the 3s. Look at the tap out. That is an outstanding kick out. Payton Sandford won. They were -4 in the turnover margin last year. That's just not good enough in their league. So this is a tremendous test for them. If this is how they're going to play this year, a lot of length, depth. That's a pretty tough shot.
What a tough shot.
Payton Sandford, had a tremendous summer working against NBA talent. This is new to his game, lowering his shoulder. Nice mid-range as well.
The steal, Traore. Sanford for the lead.
And Payton Sandford, he'll push it. There's the hustle. Keeps his head up, takes the hit, gets inside, and number 20 has worked hard at both ends of the court. And great job coaching, going with the smaller lineup, the bigs in foul trouble. Payton Sandford playing the power forward. And
here's Sanford inside, the lob to Freeman, and the one-hand flush.
Stagger screen action to Payton Sandford. He turns the corner on it. The original screen, puts it up. It's got to be perfectly timed. And Owen Freeman, when he's on the floor.
Sanford for the lead.
The Hawkeyes back up by 9, answering. The deep 3 won't go. Payton Sandford with another rebound. Going up to Traore with the slam.
The rider out of the quad sit. Look at this. That's not bad, right? What would you give that?
Rodriguez driving in. Up. Over. Freeman won't happen. Payton Sandford with the slam on the other side. That'll force a timeout for the Bronx.
Yeah, the Bronx.
Hawkeyes with possession. Sanford driving. Dumped out. Price. Got it. Of course, in high school, in 2021, they had a loaded team. Tucker DeVries, Omaha Blue as well on that team. But Payton and Price bringing a state championship as there's Payton.
Oh, Payton. Was he going to lay that in?
0 for 3, couldn't hit that. Credit the defense of Payton Sandfort. Now up ahead, Freeman can rim run with the best of them.
Had to do with Boo Boo, and he established a culture here with these Wildcats of toughness.
Up top, Dix. He's got the first 2 of this half.
Look ahead, Iowa getting out on the fast break, always looking ahead. That's a beautiful lead pass. Very difficult to penetrate on. That really great length.
Sandford runner. Tough shot. Time out on the court here in Iowa City. Sandfort had been struggling shooting the ball, but not so far.
That's really good basketball there. And there goes the rim running. Freeman have a chance to make it three. I'm telling you, he runs the floor as well as any big in college basketball. And you wonder why Iowa's able to score.
Knock down any kind of rhythm offensively as Dix finds himself surrounded by Cheddar. Sanford finds the cutting player, and the dunk quickly swarmed, and a tough corner intercepted by Harding. Payton Sandfort, yes! He has come alive in the second half for the Hawkeyes, and we are tied.
Gonna get a timeout here.
Indeed, Dusty May does use a timeout. 16.1 seconds left. How about the guts of Payton?
And not dismayed either. Made a good comeback.
Freeman in trouble. Shot clock winding down. Skip pass. 2. Sanford got it off. Good start.
How about the find? That's one thing they worked, as you know. Nice cut. Pretty look, too. For the closeout, something you have to attack. Nice job by Sanford.
Averaging 17 points and 7 rebounds a game. Is the sophomore from Moline, Illinois. And now Sanford rips it away to Payton Sandfort. Back at his man down. Swings it into the corner. 3 from Harding. Yes.
Pushing the ball, sharing the ball, knocking in three-point shots. This is how you handle the double. You skip it to the other side. Shooter, you knock it in.
Into the miss, 1 and done. Up the floor. Sanford to Dix, left hand, yes.
Turn and look at the bench and say, this is my house.
Dembele with the offensive rebound. Price Sandfort is on the floor right now, along with his older brother, Payton. That's Payton who fires and hits the 3. Also this season, Iowa first in the Big Ten at 10.6 made threes per game. And Utah leads the Big 12 so far, but there's some work done inside by...
Last time down the floor for Iowa, they're so concerned with Payton Sandfort, his brother Price, by Levering. Okay, he decks in there, takes out and they try to go under the ball screen, and he makes them pay.
Payton Sandfort with the answer. Just the 3rd all-time meeting between these two schools. Loner, down low, intercepted.
Good job by Dembele of recovering.
Payton Sandfort tries to go coast to coast, and he does.
Right-handed dominant player going to his left, gets enough of a rub. Left-handed.
Price Sandfort thought about a 3. Passes to his brother.
And because of that foul situation with Dembele and
Payton Sandfort with 24.
That's what they've been working on. Their defense has improved, but you got to finish off the play so you can get out and run and get easy layups like that. Get everybody back. Dembele running the court. Here they come right at you. Harding, great no look.
Picked off by Sanford. Hawkeyes going the other way. Dix running the floor. Dix with the dunk.
15 up on the board for Blackwell in the first half, and Freeman hangs on the rim.
Iowa can get this deficit up into single digits. Moments ago, they were down by 15. Dix, their best scorer, has another 3.
5 or 4. All of a sudden, Iowa's 5 of their last 7 from the field. Just facing up and blowing right by Owen Freeman.
Sanford with a quick 3.
Gets the ball. Across the court, Josh Dix has been terrific tonight. And then Payton Sandfort flowing into that trail spot. He must be living. Multiple Nebraska players passing up a jumper. And Sam Hoiberg finishing the deal on that baseline dribble drive. Sanford. Different player here in the second half. Been from the three-point line, but now putting on the floor, turning it over and hammering it. We've got ourselves a ball game here. Good one in Iowa City. Nebraska's got to know where Sanford is. He's active at relocating. Can't lose track of him like that.
Like that. Oh! Skip pass. Price Sanford.
5 to shoot. Payton Sandfort.
Sanford pretty adamant that this was off the leg of a Nebraska player. And you look at the Nebraska defense, they kept Sanford in check in the first half, but they're just losing track of him.
Indiana cannot answer. Bala with the tip. And Harding spinning. Sanford, one extra pass to Freeman.
It's the passing out in transition from Iowa, able to get some easy ones in transition.
On both ends, defensively and offensively, hasn't happened.
Has not.
Here's Sanford. He'd get hot in a hurry. It won't take that young man long.
Because Payton Sandfort all of a sudden becomes the four-man, and he takes the basketball out of bounds. Now you've got one of the most lethal three-point shooters pretty much all season long on the offensive end. Unusual for him.
Sanford off the Thelwell feed. My goodness, this is reminiscent of Tuesday night.
Go all night without making one, and all of a sudden they make one, and they start to make it rain from there. And Payton Sandfort is just catching that basketball, and Iowa's made them pay from the three-point line.
Lockwood now with 4. Freeman off the feed. Sanford spins on Galloway and scores. Strong move.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of everything. And
Iowa's lone loss here at home again was to Iowa State, and a big difference in that game was rebound. Offensive rebounding in particular, but Iowa, you give them 4 or 5 cracks, they're going to capitalize, and Sanford did.
Seniors or graduate seniors, they only have a couple of underclassmen, Yates being one of those.
Payton Sandfort, oh, he hits the 3.
I mean, St. Thomas is upset at himself, but
St. Thomas throws an interception. Sanford took it away. Here's Harding now. Right to Nix, and he scores. Price Sandfort has been held in check tonight for Iowa. Here's Payton Sandfort, difficult shot, and it goes down. What? That was pretty.
USC was going to pull away at home. Here comes Mr. Second Half. Payton Sandfort, are you kidding?
Paint mentality, aggressive. Love how he has started this thing on the road. What a pass from Payton Sandfort to Josh Dix.
Sing his praises, right?
I think he's kind of earned it.
There's no doubt about it. I think he can play at the next level.
Great backdoor cut, and Josh Dix has the first 2 buckets for Iowa. The Big Ten in steals and assists.
Well, right here, you see the zoom action, and Bray gets caught.
Shot clock down to 5. Sanford not afraid to launch, and he makes his first.
One of the best shooters in college basketball. Just under duress, doesn't need much space at 6'8". Goes left hard. Defense doesn't respond.
Sanford launches again. Connects again. Payton Sandfort lighting it up from 3. 6 to shoot. Fade away. In and out. Sanford rebound. Finds Josh Dix. Easy 2. Sanford, back door. Dix up top.
Josh Dix.
3-pointer since the halftime break. Josh Dix goes up, slams it down.
Dembele getting in a stance. There's really no offense there for Rutgers, and now an opportunity. Only 2 fast break points for the Hawkeyes in that first half.
Stop and pop for Rice. And there's Queen on the offensive glass, but Traore ripped it away.
Good fight there by Traore, because that could have easily been a putback for Derek Queen.
Traore down the lane, his second dunk of the half. This game just lightning pace. This is only the 3rd conference game this year where the teams have combined for 90 points in the first half. And here's 2 more. Iowa's up over 50 before intermission. Blocked by Geronimo. Up ahead to him. And then a block by Sanford.
Kind of on the back screen.
Good find, Braun for 2. Biddle's kind of looking around. Biddle, baseline jumper, pinballs out. Oregon 2 for 11 to start this second half. Sanford on the move to the rim. We're tied at 49.
Bounce, and then you get a stop. Payton Sandfort forcing the issue. The 2 starts for the Hawkeyes.
Doesn't have numbers. Sanford trailing.
Fill out to Payton Sandfort.
Yeah, exactly. He's always got numbers.
Yeah, no doubt.
We'll drop it off to Dix to the rim for 2.
Dix just cutting right across the face of TJ Bamba. Tonight in Iowa City, 8 of 10 from the field, has knocked down 2 triples.
Still a ton of time in this one, but this Oregon 6-0 run has taken a little bit of the wind out of the sails of this crowd. Sanford trying to put it back together. Bronze inside. One more at the line after the timeout.
Evan Bronze is coming along here.
Here's Sanford fighting for a little glimpse, and that's all he needs. And then a foul underneath as the 3 drops.
This is pretty close to the line here. Yep, those feet are set beyond the 3-point line. Biddle again is stepping up. That's a tough shot, and Sanford didn't have much time to get it off. On the block out, we should show this a little bit better here. And Brandon Angel's coming in. Boy, that's a block out.
It's almost like nobody was there. Yeah, no resistance. Very little on his way in. And Sanford reverses for 2. You've done enough games with me. I love it when shooters get an easy shot early.
Team high 7, but it's Hawkeyes down 1. Second half from Iowa City next.
It's Kingsbury into the corner for Sanford at the horn. He banked it in! Oh, man! They just throw it over the top, and then Sanford's coming towards the ball. So you throw it to that far side of the floor, you catch, there's a screen up top, and Sanford's coming. Degree of difficulty, a 10 out of 10, and he banks it home. This is baseline out with 2 to shoot. It's into Sanford again. Time to shot fake and score. Wow, what amazing poise from Sanford.
Good slip.
He throws it down. It's poster time at Champaign.
To help. There's the slip out. Evan Bronze, hello. O'Reilly finding out the hard way. Bronze a pretty good athlete, and it's been great. His attitude's been good about it. He's continued to be a guy that plays a lot of minutes for this team.
And again, he's from the state, Moline, Illinois. And a finish inside, and Iowa back within 5. And Visage is a grown man tonight, 17. He's
down. Iowa's got numbers.
See if they can take advantage. They go right into Bronze. Well executed by the Hawkeyes.
He's got Kylan Boff get that give and go. Finding this mismatch, the recognition by...
Coming off a 43-point game at Ohio State, the biggest game anybody's ever had in a Husker uniform. Sanford in the paint. Oh, Price Sanford is having himself a half. He's got 11. He's been aggressive. 1 for 4 from 3 for Hoiberg. Sanford finds room on the baseline and drops down that pretty jumper. Fell well. With 3 seconds, the skip over to Sanford, runs to the rim, gets the 2 at the horn, and the Hawkeyes take a 5-point lead into the locker room. Perfection on the final play of the half for Iowa. About as good as it gets. A little ball screen, back screen. Great screen set from Bronze. Nobody home on Payton Sandfort. And a big sigh of relief from Buchtengel to see one go down. Now what can they do on this end? Hawkeyes have been so efficient, and another great find. I'm telling you, the passing for Iowa has been exemplary in this game. Sanford feeling it now. Back-to-back threes. And Sanford gets one to go down. Look out. On the reversal, little jab to the left, one dribble.
I thought he's got the skills of a great point guard, but the body of a 6'7" post man. And Payton Sandfort will have a chance to make it 3.
This is how he has done his damage. It's really been... This feels like this is going to come down to the wire.
Delwell, Sandford, quick 3, bottom.
Don't want him to get it going. Boyle, good ball movement there. Sanford is getting away from him. Thornton getting Trey White a bit of a tough start in this game, and for a guy that has been playing some of his best basketball of his career, a little surprising to see the way he started.
Payton Sandfort again. Back-to-back triples for Payton Sandfort. Riley. Oh, hook free. Thelwell takes it away. Ball still loose. There's Payton Sandfort sizing up a three. In the scramble. A triple for Sandfort.
That's an incredible effort, though, by Drew Thelwell. What a first half we've got here. Thelwell with the active hands. He gets this one. Humrickhouse not able to get there. Payton Sandfort, he's feeling it from down.
7 seconds to play in this opening half. Here's Sandfort. 3 seconds, gonna have to hurry. Sandfort will launch the contested three. Hits! Halftime arrives, and instead of going in down 7 with the Sandfort three, they're down just 4.
And Colin Boswell just kind of backed off him here. I mean, this possession's going nowhere. Sandfort's pivoting. I know he's got the size advantage there, but Boswell
closing in on grabbing complete control of this one. Riley. Sandfort says no way. Quick three. Oh, he is feeling it tonight.
And Sanford, what a sequence for him. They got the block, and this thing is going up. Will Riley's retreating. He is letting this fly from about NBA range.